Hurricane Harvey, 5 years ago. What were you doing leading up to this storm?
I made it the night of landfall. I took off from Austin and headed down toward the coast. And I was the only car going toward the coast, and all the cars were going the opposite way. So it was an ominous feeling. It was a wild night. When the storm was moving so slow, I think that's one of the things that stands out to me is that Hurricane Harvey was moving 4 or 5 miles an hour, sometimes less, maybe a little bit more at times. So when the wind started hitting, it was so sustained. And so when I was driving south to the town of Refugio, Texas, there's a lot of open fields, so there's nothing to block the wind. And so the wind was pounding my car. I was going to try to get to the coast. Couldn't quite make it there by the time I was to Refugio, which is about 15 miles off the coast. I was getting 80-mile-per-hour winds, and so at that point it was time for me to go ahead and pull off and hunker down for the night.
The winds stand out. What about flooding, rainfall? Do those, anything from that night?
Where I was in Refugio, the eye never came over the town. So we were in the eye wall for 10 to 11 hours straight, which meant you're getting winds in both directions over the course of that time. So it was exhausting. I remember just being so tired, and when the sun came out, I documented as much as I could of the damage and what was going on and trying to help some of the residents there. But then I knew I had to get out because the flooding was starting to occur. The rain was coming so heavy. And again, the storm was moving so slow. So I remember it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, the following morning, trying to get out of Refugio. And I tried 3 different ways and they were all flooded out. And so I found myself pretty freaked out, to be honest. This storm is the scariest storm I've chased in my entire life. The thing about Harvey was it just didn't move. It just sat there and it just barely budged. So you never had a reprieve. The rain came down at such a rate that was alarming. And I think that's one of the things for me that scares me the most is flooding. There's not really a plan around it. So when things start flooding, you're kind of in your own world at that point. So making my way from Refugio all the way to Houston for the next 5 days, I saw things that I would never want to see again, things that were really hard to document. There were nights where I was afraid I didn't have any more gas. I didn't know where to go. There was no street that was safe. The flooding of 40, 50 inches of rain, more than that in some places, absolutely overwhelming. So still to this day, I have, when I go to Houston, anywhere near the Houston area, I have flashbacks of Harvey and all of the concrete that blinds the flooding. And that's one of the things I think stands out to me is when you go to a large city like that, there's so much concrete, so many streets, so you actually can't tell the difference between where the water is and where it's not unless you come up right on it. And so I think that's where a lot of people were getting into a lot of trouble. They were driving right into these large pools of water. I was trying to stay away from that. There was at one point where it became a little bit of a weird situation where people took the law in their own hands when it came to driving. There was only one way to go in and out of Houston. If you're going north on a southbound interstate, you were just doing all you could just to survive at that point. So everywhere you went, you could see that people were scared, they were frightened, and it just got worse.